G'day guys, I'm 𝘼𝙘𝙘𝙘 from Ironman 4x4. We're out in the Simpson Desert. I brought Christian Russell, our suspension product director, along with us. Christian, what are we out here doing, mate?
Well, we've brought 5 different vehicles along with us, equipped with Ironman 4x4's new Foam Cell Pro shock absorbers. We've brought our testing equipment along. We're going to show you just how strong and robust these shock absorbers are.
Cars are ready to go. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. So, we're back in the workshop after having completed a 5,000 kilometre journey to Australia's Simpson Desert. During the trip, 5 vehicles completed over 2,000 kilometres of off-road driving over a period of 9 days. Now that we're back, we're going to do a post-trip inspection of the cars and the suspension. We're going to take the suspension off the cars and review the shocks for any degradation. As you can see, the rear suspension's been working hard, especially the shocks, which have been blasted by rock and sand. This highlights the vulnerability of your shocks and why Ironman 4x4 use a twin tube design. Whilst the paint on the shocks has been worn down, the shock is still performing well, so let's whip them off and get them on the dyno. What we've got here is an overlay of a brand new shock absorber of the same part number, comparing that to the shock absorber we've just taken off the car. As you can see here, this line here represents the compression valving. You can see that it's lost a little bit of its effectiveness down in the low speed section, which is to be expected after such punishment. The rebound portion of the valving is quite consistent, and it hasn't actually deducted much from its performance. So as you can see here, this is the foam cell sleeve. This is in replacement of the pressurised nitrogen gas. This allows us to keep the gas captive inside the foam sleeve so it doesn't actually mix with the oil. Perfect for use in very hot, rough climates where cavitation is a threat by separating that gas from the oil. Good thing, making sure the two don't mix together. One of the largest myths going around at the moment is that foam cell material breaks down through heat. In desert driving, that's absolutely false and untrue. As you can see here, this shock absorber's endured some very severe punishment, and you can see that foam cell material is as good as the day it was ever put in there. So it hasn't broken down. It's very resilient material, continuing to do its job well. You can see here, the shock absorber's taken quite a beating from the rocks of the desert. Hasn't affected the performance of the shock absorber, mainly thanks to the thickness of this tube here. The thickness of this is actually 3 millimetres. It's around double what that of a normal shock absorber is. It's very strong, very protective, the ideal shock for a desert condition. And then we have a series of shims, all there, all in excellent condition. We can now actually just inspect carefully to make sure that the shims have maintained their hardness and their flexibility, that nothing's changed or degraded over time. That's the foot valve, which is positioned at the bottom of the shock, which is predominantly responsible for the compression valving in the shock absorber. All appears to be in good condition. Let's just tear it apart and have a look. Right, and there we have the internal piston configuration of the foam cell crow shock absorber. Everything checks out okay. There's nothing there which is abnormally worn or out of service. We could put this shock absorber back together, put it straight back on the car, give it a nice fresh belly of oil, and away we go again. And there we have it, ready to go back in the car.